Well, as expected, the porridge weren't exactly all that. £1.50 for about 4 teaspoonfuls of gruel. That'd been an extra for Oliver Twist. Really not the one. Alright, we're sticking up some wallpaper. Strangely enough, I haven't seen any more fish. I see those 3 or 4 fish first light this morning, and then had that one. I thought I might have seen a few top throughout the day. It was very quiet. Mate is gone now, he's just driven out the car park, so I'm here all on my own. Just the way I like it. So, anything shows wherever it shows, just getting one of my baits on it. Paddy, want some breakfast, mate? Yeah. What do you reckon on the porridge then, Padwa? Paddy? Like the porridge? Nice? Yum? Go on then, good boy. He don't seem to mind it. Mind you, I haven't really found much that he would turn his nose up at. Good boy. Right, now we have a thrash about out there. Try and find my maggot spot. Get sorted for the evening. Deserted lake. I've only actually got one night this week because my truck's back in the garage again. Starting problems. So rather than being a Monday start, it's a Tuesday today. But 24 hours is better than no hours. Right, let's get to work. Here's a good boy. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Before I put the rods out, the final cast for darkness, decided to take a walk up the shallow end of the pit. Just for a little look-see. Main feature of this end is this enormous, great big reed bed. Holds a lot of fish. The fish can get right back inside here. Unfortunately, it tends to be a little bit of a nursery at times. A lot of the smaller stockfish sort of use it as a safe house, if you like. Can't get the big ones in here. I've had some good hits of 30s out of here, but the percentages just aren't the same as sort of right up the other end where I'm fishing at the moment in the deeper part of the pit. Yeah, up there, probably 1 in 3 you could hope to 30. Whereas sort of down this end up against the reeds, maybe 1 in 10. Depends, I've had good hits, you know, I've been in here before and had 330s on the bounce, but generally you're more likely to pick up the smaller fish. And also you get driven mad by the chickens up this end. As soon as you put any bait in, they're all over you. Because it's quite a bit shallower up here, the weed sort of hangs about a bit longer as well, and you've got this infamous monk's kelp weed. You can see all that down there. That's the stuff that's starting to die off. I'll show you a little bit. There's a big mound there that somebody's dragged in. As you can see, it's incredibly tough weed. You know, each strand almost pencil thick, very, very, very strong. A nightmare to play fish through. Luckily there's a few boats dotted around the lake if you do get tangled up in it. In the summer when it's in full bloom, it's terrible up this end, but this time of year it thins out a bit, and if you do get a fish go through it, you've got a fair chance of getting him from the bank. And I say if not, out in the boat. But it can be a good area on the right day. Sometimes good area, nick a good sort of last bite before you go home in the afternoon. If you get the sun out for a couple of hours on the sides of these reeds, fish can often come right in close, sort of right in along the side of this reed bed here. Just on that little reed on the end's a good spot. Just an underarm flick. Down here on this side as well. One of them spots is always worth having a little look at just in case. For tonight I'm going to stick up there in the deeper water. Like I say, it's 3 o'clock now, it'll be dark in about an hour and a half. So Pad, ready? Ready? Go on then. Let's go and get the rods out. I'm just going to rechucking the zigs out there in the middle. That's what I see that. Casting out there. Just a tiny little piece. Yellow, black and yellow foam. Tiny little thing that size of a fair crew. Little size 8 hook, pushing at 7 foot off the bottom. About 15 foot of water, hopefully about 110 yards range, and they're ready. Right, leave that out there an hour or so I suppose, and then start fattening them around. So the thing about zigs, no matter what bottom they land on, you know they're clear of the weed. Sort of move them about in a pattern, start at a certain range, one side of the swim, fan them around, move them closer. Not getting bites like that, come up in the water, down in the water. A bit like lure fishing really. So we'll see how we do that. Well, no more fishing. Time a bit odd really, seeing as I went straight away yesterday. The strangest thing happened last night. I was sat there in bed. Suddenly I heard the sound of church bells, quite loud. Which is odd because there's a church just over the back of the lane. I never really noticed the sound of church bells before. I thought it was a bit strange. And I realised there was no cars. No cars, no lorries, no sirens, no road, no lights. There'd been an accident on the road on the A14 and it closed it off and it was silent. It was just like fishing a normal way. It was great. I suppose for a couple of hours, right until I fell asleep. The lake was just completely silent, dead flat calm, no other anglers on there. That was heaven. Anyway, the road's back to normal now. The lake's still calm. It's quite mild really for the end of November. Not too cold, I just got a jacket on for the first time this morning. Not really seen anything today. It's big seas. Quite flat calm now. I read past the zigs. Two on the bottom still, one on the bait, one on the maggot, two on the hook. A morning like this, quite often you see them chopping out there in the middle. How's you up this morning? It's only about 8:30. Time for a pick. Well, despite it being an absolutely beautiful winter's day, lovely and sunny, it's actually quite warm on this bank, to be fair. No other bites at all. It's just over 24 hours now. I haven't got another night at my disposal. I did have. I've sort of phoned the garage, my truck's in now, I've ordered a vehicle to get it this week. They've got problems that they can't diagnose it, I've got to take it to a specialist. So unfortunately the upshot is I'm going to have to pull off. I have to go and sort out the vehicles to make sure I've got something to get here with next week. Or like borrowing something, fuel injectors or something. Sounds expensive. So I've got to take it into a main dealer tomorrow morning, so unfortunately I'm going to have to pack up and go. But, had a 35 pounder, so that's been a complete waste of time. Just thought I would have got more really. Nobody else on the lake, ideal conditions, sunny. Less fishing, that's why I call it fishing and not catching, I suppose. So, let's pack up and go then, Pat. So, until next week. See you then.